Hello everyone, I'm Lana from South Florida and let's check out few blooms in my garden. This is beautiful orchid from Plantio. She was on the last video but she opened up fully, so I couldn't just pass her by. She has couple of kikis. That's from the far. She's not big, very compact so far. And amazing fragrance. Love the fragrance. Look at the colors, beautiful. And I do know I did show the tag last time, but let's take a look for those who didn't see the last video. That's her name. And 5 friendships open up fully. Look at the pretty white, super white color, like a snow white. So this is her first bloom and she gave me 2 flower spikes. That's the big baby from Home Depot, and again this color was unexpected. I thought she would be in pinkish hue. That's how I researched her, but I don't have anything like that, so I'm so happy with her. Now this baby, smells super good. Absolutely gorgeous flowers, beautiful. Look at the little purple angel faces in there. This was my first orchid when I really realized the angels in the flower. These are little dresses, cute little angel faces, very fragrant, beautiful colors, love her. And this is the tag for her. I want to talk about a little bit about the stressed orchid. I did mention in one of my videos, and I got some comments and questions about what to do with stressed orchids. Now this one was hanging high and she got sunburn after we trimmed the palm fronds. And I didn't see it for a while because she was too high, but nothing I can do about it. She's gonna be okay. She might lose some leaves eventually, but like this stopped. It's not progressing, but as I said, nothing I can do about it. Just love and care. Yes, she's not looking as attractive. The roots are fine. She has lots of new growth. And so otherwise she's pretty healthy. So just taking care same way as usual with the watering, fertilizing, and I do spray for the fungus and pests. So because when they stress like that, if they're too wet, they might start progressing those spots, but with the regular treat with fungicide. And by the way, I did get the bone rot, which is supposed to help to prevent the growth of the black spots and some other bacterial disease. And that's the thing. You just pray and hope. And look at this one on the way out, she started losing flowers on the bottom, but still the top ones are still fresh and nice. It's such a pretty color if we focus on them. This one is also a first time bloomer, and she is a very small size. But look at the nice spike, which was much fuller on the bottom. And that's the tag. This is a begged baby from Home Depot. I wanted her for a long time. I was so surprised to find this baby in Home Depot, and there we are blooming. What a good girl. All right, over there, ooh, glory. And then we have a couple of dendrobiums, blooming. And again, when I attached them to the trees, they were not blooming, so I didn't know what color, and I saw they were different colors but came out to be the same, and I'm still happy. Such a pretty purple colors. You can see them pretty much everywhere in Home Depot and other box stores. The white phalaenopsis just doing their thing. I don't know why they decided it's a time to bloom for them, but I love it. And here we have the Vinca stylus retusa with 2 flower spikes. Stop moving. She had 1 earlier and then 2 just recently opened up. Let's see the whole size of her. So it's a double, 2 plants in 1 basket. So one of the plants bloomed earlier. I need to cut off the spike, and then these 2 just opened same time pretty much. She blooms for me once a year, but it's just gorgeous, gorgeous flowers. Teeny tiny, but then the flower spike is full, compact and packed. There we go, packed with the flowers. Super pretty. She's very fragrant too. And then there's a tag for her. Vinca stylus retusa. Beautiful. Next weekend I'm leaving for a trip to visit my family, so I'm gonna be gone for whole month. I don't know if there would be another video. Oh, look at this before I leave, but I thought I'll do one today. Oh, this is a green fellow there. Hello. So cute. I don't mind them. They eat bugs, so they don't harm my flowers. There we go. Such a pretty pink baby is there. She's just starting to open up. So I do have lots of orchids with the sunburn. That's what happened, and it happened very fast after the trimming the palm tree fronds. So not much different I'm doing. Just trying to keep them. I put just more of the not sphagnum moss, the old man bear moss, what you call it. I forgot. It's just the words are flying away. Anyway, so help with a little bit of shade. And what I was gonna say about this little baby, I was gonna look for a tag, but then I remember another question I had from you guys about what do you do if the roots, orchid roots tangle together. So this tree I found just recently after we had bunch of rains that they decided to tangle together. So this tree have roots that went through the other basket, so I need to disattach them because I do move them in case if the people to come to trim the palm trees, if the hurricane, if the too cold spell in the winter time. So I definitely don't want them to be tangled together, so I'm gonna water them well so the roots gets a little more flexible and see if I can disattach them. If not, then I'm gonna cut the root because I don't want them to be together in case if one gets sick and she doesn't transfer anything to the next one. So definitely would like to keep them apart. And it's okay if you had to get trim a root or 2, they're gonna be fine because they have so many new roots growing all over the place. Something smells so good. Gotta be Ritusa. Anyway, let's talking about the tag. Are we gonna get to the the point? I can see the tag here. There we go. That's the name for this baby. She also very fragrant. I think this few here, they are Vanda and Rinca Stylis Giganta hybrids. So smaller flowers, but very packed on the flower spike and very fragrant. Love, love, love them. What else is blooming? I don't see. This is my, I think I went over already, that recently mounted, because she lost her mount and she was not doing so well. I attached her to this oak piece of wood and she's giving me new growth. There are two parts, one on this side, one on the other side. Both of them. Happy about that. Something was blooming here. I think we went over it. This pretty yellow freckles. Hello, come here. It's Spanish moss, de rigor. I couldn't remember earlier. Hey, let's see. That's it. Look at the back of the flower over there. More freckles in the back than in the front. The lip is in the front is freckled, but not the petals. But they're freckled in the back. How pretty it is. Now this is not a yellow bird. This is, that's the tag. Let's see. There, J-Rock Canary. She's been blooming for a while. She had another flower. I just fall off. Now, by the way, my yellow bird didn't do well. She got a root rot and it just went fast. I had two of them. The big one pretty much gone, but the little one still attached to that wooden mound there, and I don't see any bloom. She's not so happy either, so hopefully she'll make it. Let's see. New growth everywhere. They've been growing all summer long, so hopefully next spring we'll have more flowers. And this one was from Redlands. Grew that new cane, that's a Schomburgia. So I hope she'll bloom next time because she adapted pretty fast and she has already new growth there. Says us over your tag. Is that some kind of Schomburgia? Yes, that's a species. All right, I'm gonna pause for a second. So on this side we have these babies are still blooming. Gorgeous. We went over them already. I don't think I showed the tag from the one that I have a tag. It's just hard to reach. Dr. Ronek and Lampini Red. Yes. Super beautiful. It's just no words to describe the huge big flowers with how packed they are on that flower spike. Gorgeous. This one on the way out, same bright pink, but huge flowers too. And this baby, so pretty, medium-sized flowers, pink with orange hue on the lower petals. And this one with no tag too. And look at this, look at this. Kikis are starting to bloom on my violetta. All three kikis have flower spikes. One starting to open up, and there are two more. And Mama has two flower spikes all the way up there. There is lots of sun there, hard to see. Okay, very fragrant. At least I can smell kikis down here, closer to me. Something here, close to blooms. Oh, again, the other event I wanted to mention, the stressed one that I had, remember the cherry blossom? She is a smaller size, the one that I have. Oh, come on. That's not nice. Give us nice. There we go. This one just starting to open up. That's not a cherry blossom. Cherry blossom, give me 1 second. I tell you the story about it. But this is just opening up, and flowers gonna get bigger and bigger when they're mature. Oh, great, the noise. The pool pump just came on. This one bloomed pretty often. So, and I love the color of her. She gets richer in color and bigger in flowers. Super nice. We're gonna go around and get to the cherry blossom. Dendrobium on attached to the palm tree. And I have this first bud. I'm waiting when it's opens. Come on. Look at that, the flower bud. It starts like little spikes in there, and then they form into a bud, but not always, because I've had those little spikes coming out. Those are flower buds, but not necessarily they're gonna develop, because they came out same time and only one developed into flower bud. So cannot wait. This is the name. This is Mendacious Orchid, and she's attached to the palm tree. There we go. I have like compote of orchids here. Anything that didn't do well got on the palm tree. It is the cherry baby. She was attached recently, so we'll see how she does. Some sunburn, and it's again because changing of the location, and it's okay. She'll grow new growth, and she'll be more adapted to this area. So I will eventually trim the leaves up to make her look prettier, but right now I'm just gonna leave her alone. So it's two kikis she grew, and another one here. And I cannot wait for the flowers. Now here is a baby Cattleya attached to the cork, and she took off nicely. And most important things I've learned, do not keep the roots wet. I put a little bit of sphagnum moss, but that was not touching the roots of my baby orchid when I mounted her. So she has a nice growth. She got so many new roots. So she's doing fine. I'm just so nervous to leave my orchids here with my husband, because he is not into plants. On this side I have the Arangus, is that the name for the big orchids. So she gave me Kiki because the tip was broken. I think squirrels were running up and down, so she grew the Kiki, and she's getting herself attached to this palm tree. Lots of roots. That's her roots there that she grew. Okay, let's see my Cherry, there she is, because not long ago she had a beautiful flower spike, and the cherry rose, is it right? Cherry rose, do I say it right? But look at her, still kind of papery thin leaves, but she started growing new roots everywhere. The thing is, I think this orchid's in a lot of stress, and the reason was that she gave me huge flower spikes that was way bigger than orchid by herself, and the energy went from her roots. See how all the roots are shriveled pretty much. So all energy she pushed toward the spike, flower spike, from the roots, from the leaves. So now she's in a lot of distress. So I should have cut the flower spike earlier, but I did let it bloom for a while. I still cut it off before it was done. And now I see already progress. She started giving me new roots. So that's a good sign. The leaves are still a little bit shriveled, but she will recover. I have high hopes. So not much different. I put her in a little bit shadier area so she doesn't get any sunburn, but that was all. The sunburn, that was way before all this started. So just give it love and care. Make sure she watered often enough and get fertilizer regularly. So, and hope for the best. That's pretty much all I can do for stress orchids. And of course, I do regularly spray them for fungus and pesticides. Excuse me. Alright, this is it on this side. Here is in my Cattleya corner. I finally have this white beauty that opened up. I'm not sure if she's fragrant. I think she is. It's just too early to tell because she just opened recently. Something smells so good here. So she didn't bloom for me last year. She bloomed once before and I really forgot. I know she was white, but that her flowers, the petals are not as big, but still very pretty. It's like a Snow White Cattleya. This is the whitest Cattleya I have. The other was the Vendacious white orchid that I just showed you in the beginning of the video. My other white with the huge flowers have a yellow in her leaf. This one, pretty much alba. And she has a couple more flower spikes coming. There is, and the two there. But she grew big. She skipped the blooming, but grew super big. And again, this is her name. She was the big baby from Home Depot. White reception. Anyway, I think she's like 3 years old. I have her for 3 years. So and this pretty baby is blooming still. So I called her African Beauty, but oh my gosh, something bugs. I did mention her name in the video. I wrote the correct name, but I think the African Beauty is part of the name. When she opened up, she was so dark burgundy. Now she gets a little bit lighter from the sun, but very fragrant. Love, nice flowery sweet fragrance. Love it. So beautiful. So here I just have a name of the cross, and when you Google it, you'll see the name will come up. Palmer Orchids used to have her, but they have similar hybrids that looks equally beautiful. There are a couple different variations, but Absolutely gorgeous. It's getting louder and louder here. I skipped the dendrobiums in the patio, just go straight very quick. Check on my sun-loving orchids. We did talk about this three-colored sun-loving vanda here. So beautiful. This is, as I said, first time she gave me full spike, and then the second spike is on the way to open. So beautiful. Red, orange and pink colors there on the stems. And we can see the name. Multi-shade orange. This beautiful purple color. I don't know, I used to do like separate video for each, so sometimes when I Google the name of the orchid, they just little videos come up with the whole view and description of them. This one is beautiful, big flowers. Sorry, my neighbors are with little kids out on the patio. Yellow pretty. Now this time is not a full spike, just fewer flowers on the flower spikes, but the gorgeous yellow with red freckles. So pretty. Lots of red here. Now color red is the hardest to film, I feel like. Never comes out real true color. Can we get a cut? There we go, closer. This is one of my favorite out of the sun-loving orchids, this red color. I think it's something like Dana Shore. There is another, this one of the newest one from the last Redland show I got. She has two flower spikes. One is starting to open up. Now on this one, the flowers petals a little bit thinner. The other one has wider flower petals. They're more rounder. Also have little spots on her. I don't know if it would be even possible to reach the tag. There we go. What's the name of this one? And this one doesn't have a name. And orange, the second spike is starting to open up, while the first one on the way out. They are such a big flowers. It's getting a little crowded here. Now this one was just opening up. She was much lighter. Now she's getting brighter in color. Pink with freckles. Also very big flowers. And the other one here, also big flowers. Bright colors. White is starting to open up. And the purple in the background. This is beautiful. Renanthera hybrid. What a beautiful rich red colors. Oh, my hands start shaking, getting fatigue. And there is, I'm trying to reach that tag over here for this flower. Ooh. Kazem Jumbo, there we go, if we can see. There we go. And this baby is still blooming, still blooming. Very fragrant. Love, love, love her. Let's see the tag. Ciao Prayer Violet. Smells so good. Oh my goodness, I don't want to break anything here. And here are some. This one in the bag, that's blue J-Rock Blue Aranda, just starting to open up, and this is the ink, J-Rock ink, purple one. Okay, beauties, doing so well here. Now a couple of things are need to be repotted here. This one is just getting really soggy roots, I think, in this media, because few in the back, the canes starting to die out, so I do need to repot it as soon as I can and make you happier. I probably gonna mount her, not put back in the pot. Little cutie. See the top flowers that open longer. I don't know how long they've been open, but those are just getting burned out by the sun, getting whiter and whiter. And when they open up, they're brighter pink with more color in the lip. Gets a little burned out by the sun. J-Rock Kiko. There we go. Pink. And again the the encyclia that is supposed to be Cyanacea, that's the name. Just still I don't get the fragrance, because my old one was just so fragrant. So I'm not sure if that's the one. Beautiful, of course. Absolutely gorgeous. Just don't get that fragrance from her. Here I also wanted to mention, I have lots of orchids that I got out of the pots here, and some of them just sitting in the basket. I really anchored her with the wooden little the sticks. Put them through the slot, so she's pretty well attached, not wobbly, but no media here. I just put the Spanish moss on top of the roots, but no media. Some has a little bit of charcoal. This one I just did a few days ago, because I've noticed some of the canes start getting brown and dying out, means media was not so good. So this has no media in there. I just wanted to keep the roots as airy as possible, but she has lots of foliage, so it's protect the roots from the sun. And no new roots yet, but all of them have, when I repot them, I want to make sure that they have new growth. So when they have new growth, means they're gonna get new roots. So this has couple of new growths, so this will start growing roots pretty soon. Now here what I always wanted to mention, never did. When I was repotting, I have lots of dendrobium kikis, grown from my own dendrobiums. So this pot here is like a compote, I called it. What it started with, I just, when I repotting dendrobiums, if a cane broke off, or when they were trimming the palm trees, they broke a couple of canes. So they're still green. So I really stuck them here in a pot, which had no media, but it's pretty humid here, and it gets some water from sprinklers. So keeping them moist, they don't like dry out. And look how many new growths those canes gave me. Those canes were like canes, or I call them canes because they're long in dendrobiums, but they all are pseudobulbs, right? So just set them in an empty pot, and look, I have lots of dendrobiums. I don't know when I get to them, but there's so many roots now that are attaching to the pots, but no media. And it's all different dendrobiums. It's not the same, and I don't remember now which is what, but that's what happens. So if repotting orchid and the cane broke off, and it's true for dendrobium, I don't know about other orchids, cattleyas not so readily, but dendrobiums, those are also dendrobiums, broken canes and growing new kikis. This hey, hello. Another visitor here, little dragon. This also grew from the old canes that were broken off the dendrobium. And this how many grew. There was in this one is just sphagnum moss. I made holes on the bottom of this plastic, so a plastic container, so the water doesn't stand in it. It rains or sprinklers hit it, and it drains down. The moss is pretty much wet, but I didn't put it inside of them. I just placed them on top of the moss, and they grow roots already. So that's how I got these babies. I mounted them not long ago on this fern piece, tree fern, and they're looking good, looking happy. All right, that's my that's the only way what to say, look at this, what I was gonna say, that's the only way. Look at this baby. I just don't like them because they damage the orchids. I multiply my orchids by divisions. I do not grow them from seeds. That's what I was gonna say. Anyway, I think it's about the time to be done with this video because it's been too long. I repotted this Hoya, and she's doing pretty good because she was not so happy. Alright, you guys, that's about it for today. I covered a few questions. We were talking about stressed orchids, and I want to talk about my dendrobiums project there. And thank you guys for watching.